we're going to go down to Dee's house, and he's watching TV, and he just looks at me in the corner of the eye. He goes, I thought we broke up. And I said, and I thought, this is a great learning from it. Sometimes adults talk through things, they work it out. So we're just going to get together so we can talk. He said, okay, I'll go. But when she makes you cry again, and she will, it's your fault.
Tender. Ooh. I'm going to start using that line on you. What's up, guys? And welcome to episode 140 of Dropouts. And this week we've got
some lovely ladies. I don't know what you're about to say, but I'm going to stop you there.
We've got two
humans
ladies from estrogen descent.
Respectable women.
We'll see what happens. They've been sneaking in my room, so they've been. Anyway, Jared, you want to introduce who we got?
We have my lovely mothers. We have Julie on the left and April. Woo!
And then which one did you not pay rent in for 9 months?
That would be Julie, the one that I look just like.
Gotcha. Okay, I was just making sure. Ladies, how are we feeling? We nervous? We feeling good?
I'm a little nervous.
Are you really?
I'm good. It's happy hour.
We had to get him a little buzzed. A little consensual buzz, But you're here. You're ready to get after it. What's he chewing on?
Where do you find these?
What is it?
It's just a piece. I think it's like... it's like a piece of plastic that you put in the socket, the wall socket.
He loved it. All right, ladies. Let's get down to brass tacks. What's it like in the bedroom, huh?
Okay. No, drawing a line.
Jared, come on.
Drawing a line. Next question.
What do you mean drawing? What kind of question should I be asking?
Anything but the bedroom.
Okay. What's your favorite place outside the bedroom?
Hell. Okay. Anything regarding that portion of their lives. Do you know?
Do you want to tell the bear tack story? I feel like it's a fun one.
I feel like they should tell it.
Let's do
The
it.
thing is, I know you've already told the story. But so there was just one evening, Jared was downstairs watching, Transformers. Lord knows.
That makes sense.
And
That adds up.
we had opened a bottle of wine, got a little tipsy.
Tipsy frisky. I love it.
Tips. So Jared, unbeknownst to us, came upstairs. And also we hear, Mom.
Frozen in fear.
Yes, frozen.
Yes, Jared. Are you okay? Yeah. What do you need? Can I get a snack? I'm like, yeah, you can get a snack. So
Meanwhile, you were
Snacking away.
snacking away,
a couple hours later, it's bedtime, so I'm putting to bed, and he's pulling up the sheets, and he's like, Mom, what were you guys doing in there? And I said, we were cuddling. He goes, cuddling? It sounded like a bear attack.
Let's cut to a clip.
Oh no.
Oh, my bad. Okay, let's get down to how long have you two wonderful women been together?
We just celebrated 15 years.
But is this correct, April? She didn't want you at the beginning?
Yeah, there was this, blonde-haired, blue-eyed beaut, and I didn't have a chance. She was like, no.
Okay, I had no idea she had feelings for me. None. And she surprised me, and she's right. I started messing around with this girl.
So you feel like if she would have brought up that she had feelings with you for you initially, you would have.
Well, we were friends for 10 years before we got.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How'd you guys meet?
We both dated the same girl. Not at the same time.
Come on now.
Hey, we got a couple of dogs in here. Huh?
That's where I get it from.
Yeah,
right there.
that's where you objectify women from. That's,
All right. No.
What, dude?
No.
Okay, so you guys both dated the same girl and became
Not
friends.
at the same time, but yes.
I don't believe you. And then both started becoming friends because of that?
Yes. So I used to have a game night.
Yeah.
And on a potluck game night, and the young lady brought over April as her date and introduced us, and we became friends.
Wait, then you dated...
Then I started dating, we'll just call her T. And after she asked me, I told her no. And so I went on my way, and then she went on her way.
No, but you guys both dated the same girls.
Yes,
what I'm wondering...
very different time.
It's a small town.
It's a small community.
Small community. Who dated her first?
I did.
Okay, so you got...
Leftovers.
The sloppy seconds is what people are saying. And then, but you were friends, but you still invited your ex over for a game night.
Well, you stay friends or you wouldn't have any. It's
Oh,
a small community.
it's a small community.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys broke up. You stayed friends.
No, we didn't break up. We broke up with the girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And
then-
we stayed friends, except the girl that she was seeing really didn't like me. So I would email her and say, hey, how you doing? Great. We go, and I said, hey, let's get together, meaning like the four of us. And then she'd stop emailing me. She'd ghost me. We didn't have that term yet, but she'd ghost me and then wouldn't.
You're patient one on ghosting.
Yeah.
Okay, and then April, was it love at first sight for you, or?
It was actually.
But you were in a relationship with someone else.
Yes, I was.
Oh hell yeah, April! Hold on, Jared. Okay, so what is that feeling like to be in a relationship with someone and then realize that you have feelings for someone else?
It's a little awkward.
Yeah.
And I was feeling guilt, of course.
What was it about Julie that really knocked your socks off, as the kids say?
Well, that's a good question.
A couple of things. One, her smile, and the other was her personality because she was just very warm and inviting and outgoing. Oh,
So
And then how quickly did you kick your broad to the curb once you found out, oh, this is the love of my life?
it took us a while.
It took us a while. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, so that was probably another year.
What was it? Were game nights every week?
No, about once a month.
So you were looking forward to those game nights.
Yes, I was.
I didn't realize. I had no idea. But she's like, didn't you notice I brought you flowers on game night? I would bring her. I thought you're being nice. Big people bring wine, flowers.
So she was hosting these parties, so I was like, oh, well, we should stop and pick her up. The girlfriend I had at the time, I'm like, we should pick her up some flowers or wine or something for hosting this party, right? So
Yeah. I had
Wow,
no clue.
that's
And the thing is,
April's out here two-timing.
well, even when she wasn't dating her, like she helped me move. She helped me she had a truck, so she got mulch for me. She helped me mulch.
Oh,
We would sit
man.
on the porch, the porch at Mark Bright,
Yeah.
and sit on the porch and have pizza and talk. We were just great friends, and I had
April,
no idea.
you were down bad.
I was. I was like, what else do you want?
I mean, April showers bring May flowers. You know what I mean? It was going well. Okay, and then you guys don't date for another, how long after that?
About 6 years?
6 years.
6 years, yeah. Well, she would ghost me. But she, in fairness, you knew you were in a relationship, and
I'm glad you had it figured out.
She didn't want me, I'm just saying.
that's
so.
not true. I had no idea.
What kind of emails were being sent back and forth?
Oh, just like, hey, let's get
Hey.
together for dinner. Let's get the four of us together, and then she'd stop. I mean, it just stopped.
Are you currently dating anyone at the time?
Yes, I was with the blonde hair, blue-eyed girl. It didn't end well. Let's just say that.
How'd that end?
Terribly.
Jared, do you know how it ended?
Yeah. Do you want to go into details?
Let's just say she found another.
Loyalty issues.
Loyalty issues. I love
Interesting.
that way to put it. Loyalty issues.
And
Yes.
then Jared, how old were you when?
I don't know. How old?
Four
4?
to 9 to 8.
And was I pinnacle in finding out about these loyalty issues, as I remember from one certain party.
Yeah, there was one certain party, yes. that we found that I always suspected. It was a party we had thrown, and then I found out too.
That was a rough time. Anyway,
Yep, it was.
Okay, so Jared, growing up with two lovely women, what were kind of, I want to say, because you were in what, Ohio,
yeah,
Cleveland?
Cincinnati.
Knew it. What were,
crazy.
some of the, did you get made fun of for having two moms?
Oh, all the time.
And how
Are
did you
kidding
deal
me?
with that as a mother?
It's hard. You want your child loved
Yeah.
and accepted. But Jared, we always had these talks like, if someone's teasing you, they more have the problem than
Yeah.
you do. They have some insecurities. He had some in high school, or I should say Walnut Hills, some bullying issues, and
He's got bullying issues in this house. Are we really?
Yeah, he abuses me.
Yeah, but
And
he likes it.
I'm like, I'm going to go talk to him. He's like, oh, don't talk to him. You'll just make it worse. You'll just make it worse. And I said, if they're bullying you, it's more about them. I know, Mom, but it still hurts.
Does that not just break your heart to
It
hear?
would if it was about anyone else.
Oh.
But for some reason for you, it feels good. No, can you explain that story that you told the other night about the dinner? Like, I thought you just like going out to dinner.
Okay, so we kind of have to go back a little bit because when he was about 5 years old, I was putting him in bed one night. We read the book, and he said, Mom, why don't I have a dad, and when are you getting married? I was like,
Just hit her with the double whammy.
Did you think about it a lot? Like, didn't Dad leave?
I don't know.
Did you ever bring it up before this point?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, like that was just I didn't know, I can't remember exactly what I was thinking at the time, but it's just like most other kids in like, preschool or kindergarten or whatever, they have their moms and or dads to come pick them up. And I just never had that. So I think I was just confused at the time about, I was like, where is my dad?
And I kind of hopefully played that role for both. And to be honest with you, unfortunately, I lost my dad when I was 2.5. So I didn't grow up with a dad. I had a brother who was like a dad figure for me.
Wow.
But I didn't have a dad. So I couldn't even know I was missing it or what it would be like. So,
Yeah.
I guess I didn't transfer that onto him. But I knew I had to be both, The one thing I said when
He asked you.
I was going to, we'll get back to, but I knew I wasn't going to send him into the world as naively as I was sent. So I knew that. So everything was open. So those kind of questions, you go, okay, here's a question. I got out a little child encyclopedia and we looked up how babies are conceived and things like that.
How are they
And,
conceived?
Well,
there's
through
a
a feeding
stork.
tube,
Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering.
a feeding tube and a syringe. That's how babies are
Man,
conceived.
I never told you my nickname's Feeding Tube. So,
gosh.
Jared, come on, man. Don't be like.
You come on. Those are my
okay.
parents.
But he comes up to you and he says, "Where's my dad?"
Why aren't you married?
And when are you getting married? So you start explaining things to a kid and you're like, till his eyes fill up, like, okay, I've had enough. And then he would ask questions, a little bit further. In the meantime, the person I was with at the time had told Jared that she was in the hospital and she cut his umbilical cord and she was there. So he had been thinking about this a little bit. So he asked me, he said, why was she there and, why did she cut the umbilical cord? And I said, well, we were dating at the time you were born. And he looked at me and goes, well, girls don't date girls. Girls date boys.
In 2023, Jared, really?
Well, that was 19, or what year was that? 2001?
No, in 2000, probably 6, 5, somewhere in there.
And so you're looking into
It's a little
your
later than I thought that was going to be.
your little bigot's eyes. And then what are you thinking when he says
And I
that?
said, no, girls can date girls. No, Mom. Girls,
he had it
girls
figured
date,
out.
Girls date boys. And I was like, no, Jared, girls can date girls. He's like, no. And I said, what do you think? I'll take T. What do you think T and I are doing? Oh, you have dinner. Because anytime I got a babysitter, we were going out to dinner with friends. And, oh, no, you go to dinner.
You're just really hungry.
I mean, things were eaten, I guess. I do kind of want to talk about, because, I'm not saying being, out today is easy by any means, but it's a lot easier, I guess, than when you guys grew up. What was kind of the difficult things about navigating your own family, your own youth, having these feelings and having people to talk to and things like that?
Back then we had roommates.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. You didn't talk about having a girlfriend.
You didn't talk about it. You went to hidden bars, Now, I didn't come out till I was about 30.
Did you always have the feelings though, or?
When I look back, I go, oh, yeah. There are definitely signs. I definitely had closer relationships with women.
Did you grow up in a household where that was accepted or not accepted? So
The silent no.
when you were 30, was it like an aha realization of like, oh, or is it, oh, I knew this, I just finally got to tell myself?
I think accepting it. I kind of had, I'm pleading the fifth. I kind of had a hint when I was about 21. But kind of went the other way, went the other direction. I dated some of the nicest guys, and
Could have all been your dad.
Yeah, that's.
But you'll never know how to
Yeah.
throw a baseball.
I could
Well,
teach you
no,
that.
she
No, I
played
know.
softball. she plays right into the stereotypes. She grew up.
Oh no! Right before this podcast, Jared was putting chapstick on, and what's the stereotype?
We all use chapstick.
I didn't know that was a trope either, but I see where I
I
get
love
it
a good
from.
stereotype.
Learn behavior,
Yeah,
that's all
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. So I think coming to 30, I had a great friend who, as I was struggling with the first person in a serious dating, trying to come out, am I straight, am I gay, and kind of going back and forth. And it was a struggle because also, it wasn't accepted in the house and against our religion and stuff like that. So kind of going back and forth with it. And I had a great friend at work who was kind of my spiritual teacher as well as my dear friend. And I would talk to her about it and talk to her about it. One day at my desk, I was sitting there and I was talking to her. She sat over the wall. And all of a sudden, she's standing next to me. And I was like, yes. And she said, say it, live it, and be happy. And I was like, what? And she said, say it, live it, and be happy. And I said, Shirley, I'm gay. And she goes, congratulations, now go be happy.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah. And
Have you heard
hugged
that
me.
story before?
Maybe a long time ago, but that just brought tears to my eyes.
Yeah. And I, hugged her, I cried, and then I never looked back. That was it.
Because you had to fully accept that. So was it a struggle coming to visit this home and then seeing me and being like, oh, I am straight? Was that tough?
Holy
Was that tough for you?
I have to tell you, there's a little thing that Jared and I have together that it's called In the Vault. Okay. In the Vault. So,
wanna be in there.
after
No, you
I
don't.
had seen, the Christmas episode, I'm just saying,
Did you think I was attracted to your son after that episode?
no, we were just joking. And sometimes, you're supposed to keep things in the vault.
You usually specify when to keep things in the vault, and those things never see the light of day.
I think we would be a great couple, personally. You and I.
Wait a minute. I have to give a shout out to Aunt Jackie for In the Vault.
Oh.
Yeah, she started it, In the Vault.
And that's the only reason you're on this podcast, because Aunt Jackie watches it.
She does, and she said, "Oh yeah, you'll be great. Go on it." I have to thank her for that later.
Everyone thank Aunt Jackie in the comments for bringing them on.
And then April, what about your story of releasing your energy into the world? Is that what you call it?
That's one way to phrase it.
So I also came from a very unaccepting family. At least my father was very unaccepting. And I got married to a man when I was very young, had a baby, got divorced within 2 years because it just didn't feel right, and figured it all out after that.
What age were you?
I was 20 when I came out.
Dang.
She beat you to the punch.
You had to figure it out, huh?
Oh, it was fun. Once I figured it out, it was fun. It's like, this is how it's supposed to go.
Oh, this is this feels a lot better.
Yeah.
The whole time, I mean, people keep poking me with something. I didn't like it. Where was your first date? Who asked who out initially?
She asked me out. Okay, so it's a little story. So she asked me out initially. I said no. We lost 6 years of what could have been a beautiful life
Wait, you said, why did you say no?
because I was messing around
Blondie.
with tea. It was so bad. It was so bad. I just chased. It was stupid.
Chapter 2.
So the story about how we got together. So I go down. It used to be called the Dock. It was a gay bar down there, and they had women's volleyball.
The
It
dock?
brought back some memories.
Have you been
I
there?
forgot. Yeah,
Oh,
they used
yeah.
to take me there all the time.
It was because it had outside volleyball, so he could be out there. And we watch our friends play volleyball, and I was there, and April was there, came there, and we were talking, and I'm telling her that T and I had split, and she's doing this while she's looking at me, and that's interesting. I think she's really caring, She's, oh my gosh, just okay. What were you thinking?
So I was thinking, shoot, Bailey's never single. Here, I finally get this opportunity, and now I'm with somebody.
Oh,
What am I
you were
gonna
with someone?
do?
So
Well, she had somebody. Why should I sit on the sidelines?
No, of
right?
course.
She was rubbing her head trying to plot. She was like, okay, this
How am I
relationship
getting out of
is,
this?
She's like, I
is
could just. She's
3
like,
months.
I could call her now and just get it over with.
If I call her now, we can still make it in time for dinner.
So in the meantime, she breaks from her relationship. So this is about July, somewhere in there,
Something like that.
And
How
I said,
long did it take you to break up after learning the information?
Pretty quick.
I feel so bad for whoever you were with.
Don't.
Okay, good.
Oh, the shade.
We decide we're going to just meet a friend. I said, hey, I've been through the breakup. Have still no idea, that maybe she even still feels that way about me. So I said, let's get together. We can talk. She's like, that's great. Well, unfortunately, I had an emergency business trip I had to make, and I had to cancel on her. So I said, can we reschedule? And she said, can you do me a favor? Now, this is September. I remember September 15th. She said, can we do it in January? So many women, so little time.
That's what
Wow.
you said? What? You dog.
Oh, April's out
I
here.
was a dog.
Hey,
So
during spring, you're sprung. You know what I mean? That's that April.
I had some stuff to clean up.
I hear you.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, you had the
You have some dirty laundry. you
power
gotta
wash a couple
unpack.
carpets, huh?
I wanted
Oh,
to start on the
God.
right foot with this one because I really did care about her.
Yeah.
So
So she had to clean up some.
That's a hell of a way to phrase it.
That's what she said to me. Well, she knows. She's as honest as the day is long.
That is
So
true.
many women, so little time.
Brutal honesty.
Brutal honesty, yes. So
Right.
in the meantime, then I start dating someone.
Oh gosh, this back and forth I can't deal with. When are they going to get together?
And
I'm still not
Jared
sure.
didn't, let's just say, Jared didn't like her very
Oh,
much.
she sucked.
The one,
The one that like threatened to beat my ass anytime I made a noise. Yeah, that
is
one.
it the same one that had a son that fed you cheese?
No, that was
No,
T.
That was T.
Gotcha.
Yeah. This one, D. She sucked. She was like, if you took like an alcoholic stepdad and then just had
Made
a
her good at
sex
softball?
change. Yeah. Like that was her. Like her sense of fun was smoking cigars, drinking beer, and playing like having underground poker tournaments, and then like in the garage. And then I would just be upstairs. She had this like little Yorkshire Terrier or whatever, and I would just be playing with her dog.
Meanwhile, your mom's playing with her cat.
Okay. Yep.
What, man?
Here we go. And like we'd just be running around upstairs, and she would tell my mom, she's like, you need to beat his ass, you know? Like
I agree with that.
basically like children are meant to be seen, not heard. So that was D. That's who
That-
my mom started seeing.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, not the best. I was just like, maybe,
Listen, you didn't like the D in two senses. You got out of there. I
in
hear
my
you.
40s, maybe this is the best it gets. I was just at that point. So I'm dating, and then so I mark on my calendar to call her in January, which I did.
Wow.
So we were going to get together January 6th. She's trying to come up to, she lives in Kentucky. She's trying to come up to Cincinnati. There was a fatal accident on 75. And she's like, she calls me, I'm trying to get there. I'm on, Dixie Highway. It's dead stop. I said, there's an accident. You're not going anywhere. Can you turn around? And she said, yeah. I said, just go back home. We'll reschedule. And she's like, when can we reschedule?
I'm thinking, geez, another 6 months, right?
Yeah. I mean, the
And
first
I-
part was yours. You had the.
I cleaned up my mess. Now come on.
And I'm in a mess. So I said, can we do it the end of February? Because
Oh
Jared's
my-
basketball
What
schedule.
the hell?
I know.
Shot to the heart. Right?
Yeah.
Well, he had 3 nights of practice and a night of games, and it was just like,
I mean, you could have seen him at that time and known it wasn't going to go
Maybe it
anywhere.
wasn't
you know?
worth it.
Well, I was thinking, well, she must not want to see me too bad because,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the end of this is the beginning of January, and you said basically
end of
2
Feb-
months.
Yes. So we
Yeah.
planned it for February 26th, right?
Okay.
So in the meantime, Dee and I break up.
Wait. You were about to schedule another date while you were already with someone?
No, it wasn't a date.
wasn't
this
a
is
date.
just a friend's dinner. This is, hey, let's get together. Okay. That's
April,
how I was taking it.
April, what was it for you?
yeah.
A friend's dinner?
Yeah.
All right.
Friends dinner with hopeful intentions.
Yeah. Okay.
So, so we schedule it, and we go to Abuelo's. It was this Mexican restaurant, and Jared's with us. So Jared's with me. He's got his little DVD player watching Harry Potter.
No, it is
Avengers.
the Fantastic Four.
There you go.
This podcast isn't about you. All right.
And we're waiting. We're in a little booth, and we're waiting. And I stood up to see if I could see her coming, and she walked in the door, and she had cute jeans and shoes and a leather jacket on. And she looked around, she saw me, she smiled, and something just went click.
Yeah, it only took
do you consider that-
6 years or whatever.
Something just clicked. So we had a great dinner, and what won me over was she was sitting across from us, and Jarrett wanted to show me something in the movie, and I'm like, hold on, because she was telling me a story. I said, hold on, buddy, hold on. And she stopped, and she said, he needs you. Go ahead. I said, thank you. And I said, what'd you need? And he showed it to me.
Well, it's pretty cool that the fire guy's flying. And you're just like,
That's pretty much what it was.
you're just like, all right, let's get back to the love of my life, huh?
So I knew at that moment. So then she doesn't call.
You know the 3 to
5
5
days.
day rule.
5 days. 5 days. Don't hear from her.
I don't want to seem
Nothing.
too anxious. I mean, she put me off for 2 months.
That is true.
Yeah.
Well, and 6 years.
The whole, yeah.
Doesn't call. Whatever. In the meantime, Dee reaches back out to me.
Oh, hell. This D lady.
Dude, she wouldn't stop.
sick
She's
of it.
relentless.
So anyway, I plan to go see her, and I say, hey, Jared, we're going to go down to Dee's house, and, and he's watching TV, and he just looks at me in the corner of his eye, he goes, I thought we broke up. And I said, and I thought this is a great great learning from it. Sometimes adults talk through things, they work it out. So we're just gonna get together so we can talk. He said, okay, I'll go. But when she makes you cry again, and she will, it's your fault.
Tender. Ooh. I'm gonna start using that line on you.
Every time I go back to one of my exes.
Oh man, this guy runs through the city like it's free.
I've heard stories while I'm here that I didn't know about. So yeah,
Oh, we'll get to the stinker rapper later.
Okay.
No, we
All right.
won't.
So you guys go and talk.
Okay, so we talk, and she wrote me an email because we were going to get together to go to the Home and Garden Show, and she wrote me a note. It said, "Just promise me one thing, that we're honest with each other, like brutal honesty always." And I was like, "Oh, she can tell I have feelings for her, and she doesn't feel the same." That's what I was thinking. I said, "Okay." So later that night, we were talking on the phone, and I said, "What did you mean about brutal honesty?" She said, "Well, I just want us to be honest with each other always." And she said, "Also, that offer I made you 6 years ago, it still stands. If you're
Oh, that's
interested."
sweet.
And I said, "Oh, let me tell you what I just did." I went and saw Dee.
Yeah.
How did you take that?
And I said,
Oh, was this a hookup sesh?
Yeah, it was a hookup session.
It was a booty call.
And she brought me to her booty call.
What was it like?
It was terrible. It was like the middle, or I
It's
guess
like
it was
you're in the middle of it.
no, but it was like you dragged me out there at night on a school night, okay?
Wow.
And then after
I didn't know you were so angry.
she takes me there. I give her the whole she's gonna make you cry spiel. All right. And then she tells me when we get there, it's like, oh, because of like traffic and the way like what time your school starts, we're gonna have to like get up and leave by 5 a.m., on a school day. And so just like as a kid, that was the worst thing you could have told me. So that whole thing was miserable.
So I said, I have to figure out why I went back. So give me time.
Here goes
Okay.
another 4 years.
Oh my gosh.
So
There's so much time.
So later, okay, so in the meantime, we get 17 inches of snow. Like, that's unheard of in our area. And I was watching Oprah, and she
that a
had
stereotype?
No, it was just funny.
Tolle, I think his name is. And he was talking about, humans, they get stuck in the mud, a situation.
Yeah.
And they start flinging around mud, and they start throwing it around instead of asking, "I'm stuck in the mud. What do I need to do?" And I said, "I'm stuck in the mud." I called up Dee, said, "We're not a long-term couple," and called her, and she brought her 4-wheel drive 2 days later.
Hell yeah.
That's
There
a
we
home
go.
and garden show,
Yeah.
baby.
Raise hell,
Right.
praise Dale.
Right.
So
Got her there.
we went to the home and garden show. Jared's with us, and she's helped me keep an eye on him. And then we went sled
How old
riding.
is he at this time?
Dude,
He
I've
is
been on
9.
too many of their dates and anniversaries and stuff like that for it to be normal.
Well, their anniversary is your birthday,
That
which I think is
No, that's
hilarious.
well, we have so we got married on his birthday, on his 15th birthday. We went to Connecticut, and Jared was excited about that until the next year rolled around. And then he said, "I liked you getting married on my birthday. I don't like sharing my birthday." So we just keep our February date as our
so. Technically, what was the first date then?
Abuelos.
Yeah.
We say that's our first date.
February 26th.
That's when it clicked.
Have you been back since?
Oh yeah, we used to go back every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was there.
Do you watch Fantastic Four every year?
I should. That'd be great.
I just interrupt questions when they're in love, looking at each other, and you're just like, this guy just can't stop, just long arms.
Long arm. Yeah, no, we went to Jeffrey's in Malibu for their little anniversary lunch, dinner, something.
You guys could have left him with me. I could have, babysat while you guys had a good time in Malibu. I apologize.
Yeah.
Well, he was there 15 years ago, so why
Might as well
not?
be there now,
Right,
yeah.
might as well be there now across the country.
I said if it didn't make me look like such a tool, I would have loved to put in my headphones and just watched a movie while they had their dinner, just like old times.
So anyway, we've taken it from there, and it's been awesome. We're very blessed.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsor, ZocDoc.
Okay, so I've been going through some medical things as of recent, and you know how hard it is to find a good doctor? Let me spoil it for you. Really hard. Okay, and that's until ZocDoc came into my life. Grab the apps. I can just scroll through as many doctors as I want, and then I get to read reviews. You know, your favorite restaurant, you read, oh, this is a good restaurant. Now you get to read, oh, this is a good doctor, plus more information. And that'll give you a more informed decision about your healthcare needs.
ZocDoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient reviewed, take your insurance, are available when you need them, and treat about every condition under the sun.
When you're not feeling your best, you're already sucked out of all the energy. So why should you put so much energy into finding a good doctor? ZocDoc gives you your energy back that you need to help recover by giving you a great app and website where you can just go through and find a perfect doctor for you. ZocDoc has saved me so much time you don't even understand.
And not only Zach, millions of people rely on ZocDoc to find the right doctor that fits their needs and fits their schedule.
Book an appointment and start feeling better faster after just a few taps on ZocDoc.
Go to ZocDoc.com/dropouts and download the free ZocDoc app today. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today, many of which are available within 24 hours.
That's ZocDoc.com/dropouts, ZocDoc.com/dropouts. Go find a doctor, huh? Get better.
Thank you, ZocDoc. Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Blue Chew.
What's up, boys? You out here bumping uglies or what? Well, I got a way that you can keep that thing hard and fresh in such a way that'll make you perform like you're a governor. Or maybe not a governor, maybe just someone of higher, someone who's very confident, I should have said, right, Jared? Well, basically, there is this chewable tablet that has the same ingredients as Viagra and
Cialis.
helps you get a boner.
And now they also have Vardenafil mint-flavored chewables with the active ingredients of Levitra and Staxin, so you can stay hard and fresh.
Man, that Blue Chew. You ever walk into a place and you don't feel confident? Like a bedroom? You think soft? Well, let me just say this. You pop one of these Blue Chews, you're going to be feeling a little bit more confident than I'd say The Rock when he just got paid for his second Jumanji movie. You know what I mean?
Blue Chew is an online prescription service, so no doctor's office visits, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. It's all done online and ships directly to you in discreet packaging.
If you want that bing bong feeling long, come and talk to me and I'll pop a chewy in your mouth until you feel like glee, baby boy. You'll be singing to the streets with your big old hard and fresh dong.
The process is simple. You sign up at bluechew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days.
I'd put it in my veins if I could, but I don't need to because I can chew it. I'm performing out here, man. But that thing's thangin'.
And here's a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew for free when you use our code DROPOUT at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping.
That is bluechew.com. Dropout is the promo code. You might be thinking, is there an S at the end? No, not for this promo. Just drop out, all right? No one's going to know. It's going to come in a little discreet box, and then you're going to be boning like you've never boned before.
Again, that's bluechew.com, promo code DROPOUT.
For your first month free.
To get your first month free, just pay $5 shipping.
You guys going to be getting that after more.
Thank you, Blue Chew.
So you guys think you'll stick it out?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank goodness. Well, they just go,
You know, people always say marriage is hard. And it's like, well, if you love and have mutual respect and conversation, her brutally honest. So we have fun with it.
yeah.
You know, like, hey, how do these pants make you? have to be honest. Remember
Yeah.
that brutal honesty thing. Or sometimes you go, man, that brutal honesty thing. Like, we're always honest with each other. And it's huge. The other thing is you've got to laugh. You've got to laugh. And because then you have fun with it, about the little nuances.
And you have to like the person.
Oh, yeah.
You can be in love and not like them.
We have
Yeah.
a saying, we'll look at each other and go, I think you like me. I love you. Liking you's the bonus. Because I've been in love with people I did not like.
What is maybe the difference? Why do you feel that sense of love but not liking?
You're not honest with yourself about the things you see. When T cheated on me and afterwards, I saw her good friend, and we've kept in contact. And she said, she told you who she was. You just decided not to believe it or not to pay attention to it, not to. So everything you experienced is your fault, and it's like very true. It was probably the most truest statement anybody's ever made to me, besides the Jared.
Those trials in life that we go through, the tough times. I heard the other day someone speak. They're all lessons that equate to who we are, the next day as human beings, and some people stay in those lessons a little too long. Mm-hmm. And I heard at some point, you've you've learned what you needed to from this lesson. It's time to get out of the classroom.
God always had lessons for me. I just stayed too long at the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things I can look back and say exactly that. I stayed too long. Or when people tell you who they are, but you're like, but they're cute or they're this, or I can look past that. No, you got to like them more than love them. You really do.
I mean, looks, not that they fade or you're not attracted to them anymore, but it's not the cupcake stage it always is at the beginning. So as long as you have your best friend there that you're building a life with and having a partnership with, I think that's
absolutely
essentially
I
what
agree
you,
with that.
Yeah. So why do you think Jared's having such a tough time with love?
He's young.
And dumb.
God, he breaks these girls' hearts, doesn't he?
He in high school he came to me, and everybody knows your weight loss, right?
Yeah.
So when I tell this story, it's funny. He's like,
he's
Mom,
still trying to find it.
what is it about girls? They like the bad guys. The badder, the better. He goes, I'm a nice guy. I know I'm a little fluffy, but I'm a nice guy.
I know I'm a little fluffy.
But I'm a nice guy. And they just, I think it's your friend Soph that said one of these days they're going to look back and realize they missed a good one in
Yeah.
you. Yeah. And I always told Jared, you're going to be the guy they wish they picked first.
Is it hard telling him that lie to his face?
It's not a lie.
Damn, dude.
I was just wondering because I thought we did the really honest
okay,
thing.
see, he's raised by two women, so it's raising very different, and we had to be mom and dad. Like, there'd be times we'd be having conversations that she'd be like, I can't believe we're talking to him about this. But I'm like, no, girls don't like that. Okay, maybe 1%, but girls don't like that. But Eric said, no.
Don't listen to what these
Yeah.
adolescent teen boys who've never had any sort of sexual experience say.
Say about women, okay?
Do you remember any of the wild questions that he'd
Oh,
ask?
I'm not even going to put that on mic.
remember?
Wait, now I'm kind of curious. Hold on.
I'll tell you later. But
Wait,
yeah.
just say it now.
Oh,
Kinda-
no,
No.
I know.
No.
Really?
Really?
You're that adamant again?
Can we tell about the sex when you had sex class in 5th grade?
Yeah.
So 5th grade, they had 2-day session, sex class. So he comes home and he's just,
Tired from all that sex, yeah.
yeah. He's like, I said, what was wrong? It was so embarrassing today. They had the penis up most of the day and the vagina only 15 minutes.
I just felt like there was an unfair
That's
balance.
that's when you realize it skips a generation, huh? I don't know how to ask this. Did you ever think he would be gay?
I had no indication of it. The moment that I did know that he wasn't,
Yeah.
Wait.
was we went to
a funny story.
We went to Hooters of all places. We're like,
yeah.
well, let's just go here. And
Oh,
it
don't
was-
say, Julie, don't say, be like, oh, we'll just go to the place with all the tits, huh? Hey, we're near it.
I'd never been.
We're only a
It was-
45-minute drive from it. Might as well swing by.
No,
It was
we were-
convenient for us.
It was convenient for us. Well, oh my gosh, if you ever want an experience, go to Hooters on Halloween.
Oh, yeah?
That's all
Oh,
I'm going
yeah.
to say. Oh my gosh. So we were like, I'm not getting Mother of the Year right now.
Maybe you are.
Oh, you did in my eyes.
So Jared's about 12, 13 at this
Something
point.
like that, yeah.
And so we're sitting there talking, and I'm just like, I can't believe these outfits. And he looked at it, he goes, Mom, April, is it okay if I'm okay with the way they're dressed? Like, I like it.
Is it okay if I'm okay with it? He was asking consent just to be okay with it. Yeah, this is hot.
Did
So I knew at that moment he's good.
What were maybe some of the difficulties of, and not to, stereotype of like a man should teach this, but when you're telling your boy has questions about like dating a girl, is there a different angle that you came from, or did you feel like you're doing it the right way? Or when he talked to you about girls?
I think that we would be a better teacher because we would know what women like, right?
Yeah. That's
More than
true.
a man would.
It is true.
What was it?
But definitely respect.
His favorite thing, he used to tell me, he's like, yeah, it was the best because like my mom could tell me if the girl I liked was hot or not.
Yeah, that's
And you guys gave me a lot of good advice,
Thank you.
And we always had that open line of communication, which a lot of people have said is weird. I don't think is weird. I think that made me well prepared for the world.
Thank you. See, I was not going to send him into the world, naive. So any question was open. We have good conversation, but it's about respecting the person. I also realized when he started going through puberty, like, wow, he's turning into a young man. Okay, and the hormones are going.
Yeah.
And so, a lot of conversations about, not just going with the sexual urges that these hormones are placing in you, to really think about it. And then there's messages like, when I was taking him to school one time, there's a billboard, it said, unexpected pregnancy. I said, that billboard's lying. And he's like, what? And I said, it's lying. If you have sex, you should expect it, because that's what makes babies. So
Does that not just like put the fear of God in you?
I always want to be a dad, so
Oh, so you're ready for it.
I'm ready if you're ready.
Well, biologically, not gonna happen, but
Well, biologically, somehow you're here. So I think we can make it happen. At what point did you know you wanted to?
I was in a relationship, my first real lesbian relationship.
With L.
With L, and that was A.
Holy hell, we're gonna get through the whole alphabet.
that's what I'm saying.
Anyway, I was in a relationship. I turned 30, and I really couldn't imagine growing older and never having a child.
Oh, I'd be ticked if this is the one that came out, but
Perfect.
yeah, it's
Well, far from it, but continue.
Let me have my,
Please, just let me have this one.
because that's why I don't watch the podcast, because the mother shouldn't know that much.
Okay, so you decided.
At 30, I want to have a child. I can't imagine, growing older without a child. So I tried 6 times, and
You want to make it 7?
Huh?
Nothing.
Well, I tried 6 times. Great doctor. I had some, medical. I'd take some medicine, things like that. Well, that relationship kind of ended. So I was like, I just need a break, because it's very emotional. Because people are like, oh, did it work? And you're taking your temperature every day, and you're taking medicine, and you're
Is
tracking
that IVF
yourself.
or no?
No, it's artificial insemination.
What's the no? Yeah, but what's the IVF that?
That's where they take the sperm and the egg in a dish.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
This one, they just take the sperm and put it where it belongs.
Thanksgiving it up, yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you. Listen,
Yeah.
you can't handle this. This is grown up talk.
Okay, yeah.
So I took a break, and then I met L. Thank you. There is an L. There's an L. And then, so we had been talking about, had tried, and it had been about 4 or 5 months. And she's like, you're 32. You're not, if you're going to do this, you're going to have to do this. And so I called the doctors, and the doctor's like, well, before we really start spending your money, IVF, let's try it one more time. And this was different because I didn't tell anybody, which really took the pressure off. And then, boom.
Don't go.
That's what she did. I just remember. What's funny is I don't remember the other 6 times, but I remember that one.
That good
and,
seed.
Well, I was all excited because this was the first time they'll do 2 inseminations unless it's a weekend or a holiday, and all the other 6 times was a weekend or a holiday. And so this is the first time I was going to get 2 shots at it. And I did the first, and I was calling Elle to make an appointment, say, do you want to be here for the second one? And she's like, you don't need it. Don't make the appointment. And I was like,
were you just overjoyed?
no, I was petrified. Like, what? I finally get the second chance. And you're telling me, she goes, no, it took it. You're good. This one got it. And I was like, I was devastated, actually, that I wouldn't get that second try.
That's a bold thing to say, like claim to make, especially over the phone.
Yes.
So yeah, how long does it take from that to knowing that you're definitely going to be with a child?
Well, let me tell you. It was 2 weeks into it, and I was training someone. I was changing roles at work, and they were eating a watermelon Jolly Rancher, and I was like, oh, you've got to spit that out. Oh, my gosh. I was like, I really got ill with that. Go home, take a pregnancy test. I mean, boom. I mean, the 2 lines came up instantly. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. Oh my goodness. So you go, they give blood tests, they confirm that you're pregnant. And then doctor wanted to see me 6 weeks after, before I went to OBG. And so she walks in, I'm laying there for the exam, and she walks in and she said, so let's see how many we've got in there. And I probably made that face.
Oof. And
I said, what? And she goes, my staff hasn't talked to you yet, have they? I said, no. And she said, your human growth hormone is so high, you have twins, if not triplets.
Imagine 3 Jareds.
I would rid the world of myself. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
I can't. That gives me the ick. Yeah. It's like the Jolly Rancher thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was roided up in there with all that HGH.
Did the exam. There was only one. She goes, I guess he's just going to be one big one, which he was just shy of 10 pounds. I know.
She says that 9 pounds 9 ounces. She was 915. I don't want to hear it.
I'm just saying, I was the 12th of 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just
I
fell
had
out.
room.
Yeah.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. Because you said it, not me. So how I picked his name, I was like going through a book. And, you see names and you're like, dated him, hated him, he was a jerk. Oh, I just didn't care for him. Oh, no. You're going through and I got to Jared. And I was like, Jared, I don't know any Jareds. Perfect.
A lot of thought into your name.
Yeah, just didn't know anybody with the name Jared.
And I fell in love with it. And then he was Jared. So I was kind of glad I knew I was having a boy. And, someone asked me, what are you going to nickname him? And I'm like, well, no, I like proper names. I like Jared. Next thing you know, it's Jay Bird, Jay Bear, Jer Bear, whatever.
Everything.
Jay, I think Jay Rock, a few things.
Yeah, I
J-Rock.
wanna
J-Rock hasn't picked up any steam, but
I want to be called J-Rock from now on.
yeah, well,
Exclusively.
I'm going to put you in a different part of town, see how fast you get beat up. So what do you think of him, this is I guess for both of you, going into the arts and coming to LA initially? Did you think it was all but lost, his life? And
Did you give up hope?
No, we were worried, like any parents would be, making that huge leap. But we have total confidence that he's going to be just fine.
man, that is unfounded.
He wants it. He wants it bad enough.
It's unfounded.
He does not want it bad enough to play that
Such an a-hole.
At what point did you start I'm so glad Zach came into his life. Now, he'll finally make something of himself.
Oh, yeah.
Was
It's
that-
weird. We never talked about that.
You should. Sounds like you guys are delusional, just like Jared said.
I have to go back to his childhood just for a moment because I was not a helicopter parent. I was more like a drone.
So not as overbearing as a helicopter, but still
Precise.
hovering
Yeah.
around.
Yes, I was close. I was very close. And so he was going to go into Walnut Hills in the 6th grade. Now, it's a Teston public school, and they combine middle school and high school together. So they're in the halls together.
Yeah.
And so just to give you that background so you understand this story. So Jared went with his friends to Kings Island, and I had just found out the parents just dropped them off.
Kings Island is an amusement park in Cincy.
Yeah.
Huge.
A big one. And so probably not by California standards, but a big one. And I was fretting all day because he was running free with no parents, right? And I was, and April's at work that day, and I keep calling, and she's like, he's fine. Honey, you got to stop doing this, And she's coming home, and I'm he's not answering my text, and, and she's like, okay, my phone's about ready to die. He's going to be fine. I'm like, fine. Hang up. And so she gets home, and I'm, like a wet cat,
Yeah.
And I said, what if he's not okay? Whatever. She grabs me by the shoulder, and she goes, honey, he's going to be going to high school next year. They'll smell mama's boy. You've got to
That is true.
stop.
Yeah.
And did they?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was mama. I think mama's plural, but not in the sense that you're thinking where I'm like a weakling. It was just the fact that I had 2 moms. They didn't like that. So either way, I was going to get beat up for being a mama's boy.
Yeah. Well, I think there's also what helped, though, would you agree that because Walnut was so diverse that it wasn't as hard, or are you telling me it was?
No, if I went to Milford or something, oh my God, I would be screwed.
Right.
That's out in the country.
Walnut was so diverse economically, socially, monetarily. It was very diverse. And there's other kids there with, 2 moms. So I think that helped. But I don't think, it probably doesn't help all the way.
I guess I feel like 2023, especially in LA, it's just not something we even think about or really bat an eye at, is 2 people of the same sex just being together. But growing up South-ish, Midwest-ish, getting eyes or people saying things, was that Did that ever bother you?
We're very careful. I know people know we're together. Eventually if we talk to, they usually end up liking us, like maybe their favorite clients or, but we're still very careful. And you kind of see, we really thought we were making it, and you can kind of see the tide coming back a little bit. So I'm more cautious.
Why do you think that is?
There's a lot of hatred out there for a lot of things.
Yeah. When you say you're careful with it, what is...
I am not a flag waver.
Okay, gotcha. So you don't want people to know it's your personal business.
Yes.
And gotcha.
Yeah.
We live in Kentucky,
Yeah.
and it's not like LA.
Very much not like LA.
Yeah. Not near as open.
Yeah, I guess I'm wondering how, I don't know, is there a different feeling when you're in LA?
I wouldn't hold her hand to go down the street, but anywhere.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't.
Is that a safety thing?
That's a
or?
safety thing.
Well-
And I got there after I had Jared, when I realized, oh my gosh, I'm mom and dad. I'm it for him. That is when my attitude changed of, I need to be here for him. So I'm not going to do anything stupid.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, same thing. I have a daughter, She's older than he is, but back when I got divorced, it was a thing where he could have taken my daughter away from me just because I was gay. So I was damn careful until we got through the divorce, and she got to a certain age where I didn't have to worry about it so much.
Yeah, that's something I wouldn't even think about, but that's because it's not even an embarrassment thing. It's just like, a safety thing. For,
There's a lot of crazies out there.
Okay, well, first off, this has been great, but we're going to do, in case your guys' son and me ever fall in love, we wanted to see if we would be more compatible than you two. And I'm going to be honest, I think we are going to be. So Alyssa's going to ask us
we'll see.
What is this, the newlywed game?
Yeah. And some of the questions are kind of based on like you are already together. So we'll kind of gear it towards you guys.
Yeah, Jared and I are already together. It's whatever.
Okay. So the first one is, what did they wear on their first date / first meeting each other?
Who goes first?
Yeah, who do you?
Well, we got this, so you go ahead. You start.
What were you wearing?
I know what I was wearing, so you better get this right.
You were wearing some basketball shorts, possibly. You were wearing the old red plaid flannel.
That's my boy. And I'm pretty sure you were wearing like black jeans, like black shirt, and then your little Cincinnati hat.
Yep.
Whatever.
He
That's
wears that every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
my
that's
style
my-
hasn't changed. In
Sorry,
4
I know
years.
my boo better than you do. So, okay, what about you guys?
Probably not when we first met. Probably our first date. Like I said, when she came in, pair of Levi's, her brown shoes, and her leather jacket, and she came in and smiling. I remember that. But do you remember what I was wearing that night?
I remember a sweater and jeans, but I don't remember much more than that. I was
Point for us. We're in love more.
I was like focused,
1-0.
Yeah, but they talked about it earlier. We didn't get ahead.
Well, sorry you guys don't talk in your relationship. What's the next one?
Okay. Your partner has the day off in an empty house. What do they do?
Oh, Jared's masturbating.
Okay, dude. What the hell?
It's not what I want for you, but I know what's happening. No, he's got the house to himself. He's making music and watching a Marvel movie.
Yeah, that sounds about right. If Zach's got the house to himself, he's that's the only time he'll actually leave his room, and he might come down and sit on the couch and watch a critically acclaimed film and order his little Chinese food, his little stir fry.
Ladies,
So Julie would be kind of putzing around in her office, doing some reading, having multiple cups of coffee. Yeah.
Yeah. Abe would be working on a project, some kind of in her garage, working on a project, building something, fixing something, doing something like that. And also then she gets online and looks at things because she goes, "Oh, I see this great idea."
what's her current project?
The basement.
Oh,
Yes.
finishing it.
She's building
cool.
a bar.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yeah, she's building a bar.
All right.
Pretty even so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
If your spouse needed a lift at 3 a.m., who would they call?
Not
Oh,
me.
no. Who would you call?
Who would I call?
You call Alyssa.
Only because you would make me call Alyssa.
No.
Okay, we're talking about last night. Last night we went to
I'm
a
excited
party.
to hear this.
Huh? Last night we went to a party. We were leaving the party. I had the Uber app open, and you said, "It's not too late. You can call Alyssa."
Or do you want to know what actually happened?
What happened?
I said, "Oh, are you going to call Alyssa?" And you're like, "Oh, I was going to call an Uber." And then you went in the app and you looked at the price and you said, "Nah, I'm going to call Alyssa."
No. You said it's not too late. You can call Alyssa.
I said it's not too late. I was like, "Are you going to call Alyssa?" And then you said, "No, I got the Uber app." And then you looked at the price, which was $20, and you said, "I'm just going to call Alyssa." Did that happen or did that not happen?
Okay, I did look at the price.
All right. So see how I get thrown under the bus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did he
No.
give you 10?
I gave her 20.
And who would I call?
Probably an Uber.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be a part of 3 a.m.
That's the right answer. That's the only right answer.
True answer.
Okay, what is one thing that your partner has that you would love to get rid of?
Oh, I know mine.
I don't know. Probably one of your 15 Alexas or something.
Okay, first off,
I don't.
that's a way of life.
Is it?
And mine would be your cologne.
Oh, he doesn't like my Usher cologne.
Oh, I still don't.
Blasphemy!
Every time I smell it, I feel like I'm going back to a 6th grade dance.
And I was told I smell nice.
By who? The person that got it for free?
No. Well, they gave it to me. They think it smells nice. And then Danielle and Ella both told me I smell nice.
Well, I'm just telling you what I'd get rid of.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair.
What would I get rid of?
Yeah.
So, my dear, sweet, loving wife,
There it is. There it is.
she likes to keep things and not get rid of them. So, I would get rid of a bunch of boxes in the basement.
Oh, that are cluttering up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Got
what I would
her.
get rid of.
I think you're perfect. I wouldn't get rid of anything.
No, that's a cop out.
That's a cop out.
You're saying.
Well, I finally got rid of Jared's preschool and kindergarten paperwork.
Oh, that's just kind of sad.
Yeah. What the hell?
I just didn't figure you needed all the scribbles on paper that were in there.
All those times you lied to me and said, "This is great. This is going on the fridge."
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, finish the sentence. We are complete opposites when it comes to.
A lot of things.
I'd say anxiety.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, that's a good one.
The way we work, or the way we.
I was trying to think of it. I was like,
the way that we get motivated for something. Like I like when people count me out, and if I say anything negative, you're like, I just can't do this.
Yeah, Zach thrives on negative reinforcement. I thrive on positive reinforcement. So he'll always tell me, like he tries to motivate me, and he tells me I'm gonna do nothing with my music, and
then he'll tell me good job, and that's basically the same thing for me.
so yeah, we have opposite ways of approaching motivation and work.
Okay.
I'm an introvert and she's an extrovert.
So we
good.
get our energy very differently.
Yeah.
Also, but one thing I'm opposite. Like I remember every date. Like I remember.
She put it on my ring so I wouldn't forget.
Why would you need to? She's already got it. It's like you don't need 2 hard drives, same information.
Exactly. If I need to know something, I'll just ask.
Does your partner have a catchphrase or something that they always say? If so, what is it?
You like saying "raise hell, praise Dale."
That's a recent one.
That's you've been saying it for a while. You used to say "I'm built different." There's another one
I
that
didn't say that much.
you did.
I just feel like people, you saw that and you're like, oh, that guy's built it. Like you said it internally, you thought I said it.
Oh, you definitely said it.
You say whatchamacallit.
I do say whatchamacallits too much.
And you love a good like.
Okay, listen.
What?
I don't need this anymore. What do you
I didn't think
guys?
that was that bad.
Your mom has bread and butter.
It is a thing.
Yeah?
Bread and butter.
That's your bread and butter.
Thank
It's your
you.
bread and butter.
Oh, wait.
It's the
Yeah, you know when you
the
walk-
thing that you make fun of me
That
for.
makes me so angry. You know what? One time I confused his mind. Are you the reason he's so superstitious?
Yes.
He's the most superstitious person I've ever met. Like one time we did okay. So if people don't know, when you split a pole, apparently in this family you say bread and butter, and that stops the demons from causing hell on earth. But whenever we go past the pole, I went, if you say it, you'll have bad luck for 7 years. And then he was sober. He's like,
It did break my mind.
he's like,
for
but
a
if I
little
don't say it,
I don't step on a crack. You know, those kind of things.
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, that's where I get my superstition from.
Yeah. Hers is fake it till you make it.
I can say you make it, brother.
What's your partner's guilty pleasure?
Oh, yours is M&M's, man. You leave those out?
Oh, dude, it's so bad.
I mean,
The
you
smirk he just gave.
yeah, you're thinking about it. You got to,
as soon as he said it,
you got a little less wiggly behind the zipper once I said it. But yeah, if I leave M&Ms out, that kid's, I won't see him anymore.
See, here's the thing: is guilt implies shame, and you don't have any.
I have shame, I'm sure.
But you never show it. You never show that you're embarrassed or shameful about anything, because, and that's saying that you don't put.
What about
yourself,
hooking up with my assistant? Like a guilty pleasure.
Is that's
That's a
news
lie.
to me.
That's
That's a
false.
lie.
Alyssa's mother, if you're watching, sorry. Okay, what about you guys?
Oh, hers is Palmer Hollow Rabbits at Easter.
Oh, the chocolate, the milk chocolate?
She
Oh,
really
yeah, yeah.
loves fine chocolate. Dark chocolate has to be the best. But there's something about her childhood or something
Yeah?
that she loves.
I love
a
those
good-
things too.
The Palmer, and it has to be Palmer, not any cheap chocolate, just Palmer.
Right.
Yeah.
Hers is probably anything carb.
Oh yeah.
Pasta.
Now my guilty pleasure is watching Say Yes to the Dress.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
My sister-in-law was on there.
Haven't done that in a while.
Oh, really?
I'll have to send you the episode.
Oh, please.
Who in the relationship is the more romantic one?
Oh, me for sure.
I disagree.
Okay, well, hold on.
Okay, are we saying between us? Like, am I gonna are we gonna go to a movie together and hold hands? No, because
Yeah, that's what we're saying. We're saying between us.
oh yeah, I am.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if we were to be with the women that we fancy, I feel like I'm a little bit more romantic.
What? No, I feel like
I would say
I think we both individually have some good ideas, but
okay.
I think I express romanticism a little more.
It's okay to be wrong. What about you
Oh
guys?
my gosh.
Definitely Julie.
Yeah. What are some romantic things you like? Like just run of the mill.
Surprising her with, dropping her off and she gets a massage or
That's nice.
dinners.
Never done that
or-
for me.
Yeah.
He tries to massage me himself, and I don't like it.
He doesn't appreciate my romantic advances.
If your spouse sends you to the doghouse, where are you going?
I'm going to my room. Like, you're not going to send me anywhere.
But if I was to send you somewhere you wouldn't like, I'd send you ice skating.
Oh, we're talking about like activities? Oh, yeah. You'd send me there. And I'd send you to go watch the new Ant-Man movie.
I don't want to.
I'd send her to work on the house project.
Oh hell.
I'd have her cook.
That's bad.
What is your spouse's weirdest quirk?
Sometimes I think you have like multiple personality disorder or like schizophrenia or something. You'll just start shouting in different voices, and it's because like you're
Can't keep a
talking.
conversation with you. I gotta have it with my own brain. You get really mad about really dumb things.
Oh, like what?
Like I'll make a suggestion on the set, and you act like the time I put in this and that. I just be like,
I put so much time into this, and all you do is tell me that it sucks.
no, I don't. I just say, hey, we need better lighting, and that's like something I would just tell anyone. I was like, hey, we need better lighting, but he takes it personally, even though it's just we just need better lighting.
They may need counseling after this.
He does.
When April's really thinking about something, she has a click.
Okay, nice.
My granddaughter does it too.
That's
Oh, Lily.
Yeah, she does. I can't think of any of your quirks.
Oh, she's got some.
What do you think is one of my quirks?
Do her Rita-isms count?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
what does that mean?
Rita is my mom's name.
Oh, gotcha.
Just
Yeah.
some quirks that were
Yeah,
passed down.
and passed into the family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Rita's
Wet cat,
Listen, trust me. I know there's never a dry cat when you guys are together. What's up, ladies? What's up? Well, was this as scary as you thought it was going to be?
Once we got talking, it's
fine,
You
you
kind
know?
of get into
Yeah.
the.
You guys should start your own podcast.
Absolutely. Well, we wouldn't do the one where we're watching football with commentary because I think we're hilarious. Where we're watching, and you'll say something, and then the announcer will go, "Well, he da da da," and she's like, "I just said that."
See, you guys should start it. You guys have got a career.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thank you for doing this. I know you didn't want to, but thank you.
Thank you, Aunt Jackie.
Yeah, thank you, Aunt Jackie.
Thank you, Jackie.
And if you stayed till the end, make sure to find a picture of Aunt Jackie and send it to me. And
That'll be impressive if they can do that.
And yeah, we'll see you later. Zach Justice, Jared Bailey, Mom 1 and 2, and Alyssa is here. All right, bye guys. Oh. How was that? Yeah, it was fun. Did you guys have a good time?